Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. It is 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York on Tuesday, 7th day of October 2025, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. Gold futures have soared above $4,000 per troy ounce for the first time in history. In the United States, this is the result of investors rushing into the preferred safe haven asset at a time of concern regarding the outlook for the U.S. economy, the ongoing U.S. government shutdown, as well as growing expectations of further rate cuts by the Federal Reserve. In Europe, investors are seeking safety amid the political uncertainty in France. Gold has surged roughly 50% this year, putting it on track for its strongest annual performance since 1979. Another historical first for gold, trading and closing above $4,000, basis the most active December futures for the first time ever. Gold opened today at $3,983, surged above $4,000, and is currently fixed up $23.50 at $4,007.90. Although silver has been rising to a price point not seen in approximately a decade, it did close lower today, down 74.5 cents, with the most active December contract currently fixed at $47.65. Dollar strength today tempered gains in gold and exaggerated the drawdown in silver. The dollar gained 0.52%, taking the index to 98.612. Traders, history was made today with gold surging above $4,000 per troy ounce, the first time in history. What is most impressive when you look at this current parabolic rally is the fact that it is parabolic and how much gold has gained in such a short period of time. If we go back to the rally that began roughly in October of 2022, when gold was at $2,000 an ounce, up to the peak in October 2024, gold gained $950, a 47.15% gain, and it took gold a total of 749 days or 107 bars. These are daily bars, but they don't account for the weekend. The following rally, which begins on November 2024 and concludes in April 2025, resulted in a net gain of 35% in terms of dollars, about $933, and a time period from beginning to end of only 24 bars. This most recent rally, and I'm looking at the beginning as August 18th with gold at $33.37, up to current pricing, which is just above $4,000. Traders, if gold does continue to rise before it enters a period of price correction, my target is above 4,100 at 4138.30.
While gold exhibited moderate gains today, silver had moderate declines. We are looking at a weekly silver chart of silver futures, the December contract. And it appears as though this red doji could possibly be a top, but I think it is definitely not a top. It is more akin to the consolidation in between run-ups that we are seeing in gold. Just look at a Henkinashi on a weekly basis. Silver, unlike gold, is not only remaining green candles with no lower wicks, but body size has dramatically increased. This week has just begun. So, and I believe it will eclipse this candle, which eclipsed this one and eclipsed the previous one. So silver's momentum is only accelerating, while gold's may be keeping up with its current pace. which is still a very fast pace. I wanted to go over a topic that we said we would finish up last week, and it has to do with the gold-silver ratio. So that is what I am going to speak about right now. When inflation is rising, for instance, we also have the gold-silver ratio rising, and they both hit a top within a few months of each other. At times when the economy is very strong, factories are producing a lot of goods, and the Fed fund rate or the interest rates are low, adding to the ability for companies to expand, you're going to see this ratio drop because silver is going to be even more used than it would be in an anemic market. Manufacturing takes precedence over safe haven concerns. So, keeping that correlation in mind and looking at the Fed fund rate, we can see that where we are in this cycle is just the beginning. When you consider that for the last 5 consecutive months, the gold-silver ratio has declined on a monthly basis. And with interest rates likely to be continually cut, we can see this ratio continue to fall. Both metals can continue to new highs, and silver is only, I think, a week or two away from breaking its all-time record high, if that. We are going to be spending the rest of the year and the beginning of 2026 continually hitting new all-time record highs. I would look for that rally and that run to end close to the time when the Fed fund rate reaches its lowest level. When we will hit a bottom in the Fed fund rate, that is changing on a daily basis. But it is very likely that we won't hit a bottom, at least for 4 to 6 months. That gives plenty of time for silver to smash multiple record highs and do it while gold is still at these elevated levels. This ratio declining does not mean gold has to decline. It simply means that we have hit a turning point where silver is now going to continue to outperform its sister metal.
This has been Gary Wagner
And Joseph Wagner.
wishing you, as always, good trading.
We'll talk to you on Monday for our next video report.
Bye-bye.